Zayn Malik, known to the world as Zayn, was born on January 12, 1993, in Bradford, England. Growing up in a mixed Pakistani and English household, Zayn was immersed in diverse cultures and music styles. His father, Yasser, introduced him to Urdu songs, while his mother, Trisha, kept British pop and R&B playing in the house. This cultural blend would later shape his distinctive sound as a global artist. As a boy, Zayn loved performing, often scribbling lyrics in his notebooks and singing to himself. But he also faced challenges, struggling with shyness and confidence issues in school. Music became his escape, a way to express feelings he couldn't always put into words. His teachers encouraged his talent, recognizing that he had a rare voice filled with soul and emotion. In 2010, at just 17 years old, Zayn auditioned for the X Factor UK. His performance of Mario's "Let Me Love You" impressed the judges, though he was initially eliminated as a solo contestant. Fate, however, had other plans. Simon Cowell and the producers grouped him with Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Liam Payne, and Louis Tomlinson to form One Direction. That decision would change music history. The five boys quickly developed chemistry, and their mix of personalities captured the hearts of millions. Although they finished third in the competition, the group signed a recording deal almost immediately. Overnight, Zayn went from a shy teenager in Bradford to a global pop sensation, performing in sold-out arenas around the world. Between 2011 and 2015, One Direction became one of the biggest boy bands in history. Their albums Up All Night, Take Me Home, and Midnight Memories broke records, while singles like What Makes You Beautiful and Story of My Life topped charts worldwide. Zayn stood out with his smooth falsetto, often taking on the most demanding vocal parts. But behind the scenes, the constant spotlight took its toll. Zayn often spoke about struggling with anxiety and the pressure of fame. While fans adored him as the mysterious one of the group, the reality was that he longed for privacy and artistic independence. These feelings would eventually lead him to a difficult but life-changing decision. In March 2015, at the height of One Direction's fame, Zayn announced he was leaving the group. The news shocked millions of fans around the world, sparking tears, heartbreak, and headlines everywhere. For many, it was unimaginable that anyone would walk away from one of the most successful bands of all time. Zayn explained that he needed to live like a normal 22-year-old, away from the overwhelming pressures of the band. His departure marked the end of an era, but it also opened the door for his journey as a solo artist. He was determined to prove he could stand on his own terms. Just a year later, in 2016, Zayn released his debut solo album Mind of Mine. The lead single, Pillowtalk, shocked critics and fans alike. It debuted at #1 in the UK and the US. This made Zayn the first British male artist to achieve this feat with a debut single. His sound was different now, darker, more mature, infused with R&B and alternative influences. The album showcased Zayn's ability to explore vulnerability, sensuality, and personal expression in ways that had never been possible within a boy band. Mind of Mine cemented his identity as a true solo star, capable of shaping his own sound and style. The transition from boy band idol to independent artist was complete. Over the years, Zayn continued to experiment musically, releasing singles that ranged from pop ballads to collaborations with major artists like Taylor Swift on I Don't Wanna Live Forever, a global hit tied to the 50 Shades Darker soundtrack. At the same time, Zayn faced challenges in his personal life. Struggles with anxiety led him to cancel live performances, and his desire for privacy meant he often stayed away from the spotlight. Yet, his loyal fans, known as Zquad, remained devoted. Outside of music, Zayn's personal life has often made headlines. His high-profile relationships, particularly with model Gigi Hadid, were closely followed by fans and media alike. In 2020, the couple welcomed a daughter, Kai, marking a new chapter in Zayn's life as a father. Despite media attention, Zayn has consistently sought to shield his daughter from the spotlight. Fatherhood has brought him new perspective, grounding him and influencing his creative work. While he remains selective with his public appearances, fans have noticed the maturity and balance that family life has brought to him. In 2021, Zayn released Nobody Is Listening, an intimate project showcasing stripped-back production and heartfelt lyrics. The album was less about chart success and more about authenticity, allowing him to connect with fans on a deeper level. Even as music trends shifted, Zayn remained committed to evolving as an artist. His willingness to experiment outside mainstream expectations proved that he was never interested in being just a pop star. For Zayn, music has always been about expression, about crafting sounds that reflect who he truly is at each stage of his life. From his days in Bradford to becoming a household name, Zayn's journey has been one of courage, transformation, and self-discovery. He broke barriers as one of the first major Muslim pop stars in Western music, inspiring countless fans around the globe with his voice and his story. Though he may prefer life away from constant fame, Zayn's influence is undeniable. From One Direction's stadium anthems to his solo R&B ballads, he's proven that reinvention is possible, and that success comes not from following the crowd, but from staying true to yourself.